People with superpowers caught on camera. Haven't we all dreamt about having a superpower? Flying would be pretty helpful. Imagine no more waiting for the bus, no more traffic. Mind reading sounds great as well, and super speed? Everything sounds amazing, right? It's hard to choose only one, but do superpowers really exist? Isn't that just a sci-fi thing? Do things that happen in movies, or are they real? It seems that some of them are totally possible, so let's see people with superpowers caught on camera, and you'll be sure that it's not just a fairy tale. Number 10. Shi Liliang, Water Runner. Do you remember Ponyo from the Japanese animated fantasy film? The cute little girl used to walk on water, and that's not something that couldn't be happening in reality. In fact, walking on water is no miracle for Shi Liliang. Shi Liliang, a monk from a Shaolin temple in Guangzhou, managed a feat of biblical proportions as he ran 125 meters across a river in the Fujian province of southeast China. Demonstrating the famed skills of Shaolin monks, Mr. Shi broke his previous record of 118 meters across a reservoir in October 2014. To achieve the feat, over 200 wooden planks were used, requiring Shi to move very quickly, tread lightly, and keep the perfect balance. Shaolin monks are famous for their physical skill, intense training, and knowledge of martial arts. Shi described his techniques to reporters in October 2014 as, "You need to be fast, but you should only take small steps." Repetitive training is a key part of the Shaolin way of life. They believe that physical limitations are a matter of the mind, and anything can be achieved with the right training. It seems to be the case with Shi, who's been practicing walking on water for the past 10 years. Number 9. Ben Underwood, a real-life Batman? Ben Underwood was born a happy, healthy baby, the happiest kid in the world, according to his mother, Aquanetta Gordon. But when the boy turned 2, Aquanetta noticed that her sweet son couldn't see out of his left eye. A visit to the doctor brought devastating news. The kid was diagnosed with retinoblastoma. The hardest thing for his mom to hear was that her son had cancer in both eyes. Of course, doctors didn't wait long to start the treatment, but unfortunately, chemotherapy and radiation failed, and Ben underwent surgery to have his eyes removed. But at the age of 7, he discovered that he had an amazing gift. If you've never heard of it, his gift was echolocation, which is the ability to sense objects by hearing echoes from there. This ability is used by some blind people to navigate within their environment. They actively create sounds to see the world. By clicking my tongue on the top of my mouth, it makes a sound and I hear things around me, he explained. I can find people, poles, pillars, walls, openings, and doorways, drops on the floor, the curbs on the sidewalk, any object that it comes in contact with. And his mother takes up the story. I believe Ben started clicking probably right away. He was playing video games, riding bikes, skating, climbing trees, and doing everything he always did as if he never lost his sight. I treated him as though he could see and spoke visually. I don't know if I was in denial, but I made sure he saw everything. When Dr. Rubin saw Ben playing his Game Boy, he was totally amazed. The doctor said, "How the heck does he play video games?" And I replied, "He does everything, ride bikes, rollerblades, electric scooters, you name it, he will try it." Number 8. Al Herpin, never-ending insomnia. Okay, we all know how important sleep is for our health, but sometimes we can't manage our sleep schedule. That could be because of a new episode of our favorite TV show or working night shifts, but it doesn't mean that we don't sleep at all, right? Well, Al Herpin was an American who claimed to have developed a rare case of insomnia where he wasn't able to sleep for 10 years. The cause for this phenomenon is unknown, however, they linked it to his mother who suffered an injury before giving birth to him. His claim attracted some medical professionals, and they visited his home for inspection. They found no bed or any furniture for sleeping. All they saw was a rocking chair where Herpin would rest by reading a newspaper before returning to work. Despite his lack of sleep, he was in good health and has a high level of awareness. In Al Herpin's case, it seems that he died for a different reason and not because of sleep deprivation. He was then known as the man who never slept. Number 7. Daniel Browning Smith, the Rubber Boy. Some people are certainly more flexible than others, but Daniel Browning Smith is a totally extraordinary individual. He's a gymnast dissimilar to any other person in the whole world. He even claimed the nickname Rubber Boy. Named the world's most flexible man by the Guinness World Records, he has an amazing capacity to twist and stretch his body into the most unnatural shapes and positions. His superpower developed through a condition called the hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a genetic mutation. It can also cause severe pain, but luckily Daniel only has a mild case of it. Number 6. Daniel Tammet. You may have heard of Daniel Tammet before. He's the man who can teach himself to speak a new language fluently in a week. While it's hard for most of us to understand, Daniel doesn't simply see numbers as digits. Instead, in his eyes, each number up to 10,000 has a unique color, shape, texture, and occasionally motion, and that's a phenomenon known as synesthesia. This skill allows him to do those big sums in his head. When he does this, however, he doesn't just calculate the numbers, he experiences them. In 2004, he broke records by reciting pi up to 22,514 places in a time of 5 hours, 9 minutes. His ability to memorize, learn languages at super speed, and calculate near impossible equations has led him to train others in his secrets. Number 5. Gary Turner, stretchiest skin owner. Gary Turner is popular as the Elastic Man. He is the person with the stretchiest skin. He can stretch his skin without any pain. Gary Turner set the Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin in the world back in 1999, and he still holds this title to date. Gary can manipulate his skin to such a degree that he's able to serve drinks on a tray solely made from his stretched skin. Who's ready for a cocktail? This condition is due to a certain quantity of collagen present in the body. He can stretch the skin on his abdomen an amazing 6.25 inches. And Gary loves to perform on stage and make the audience laugh. In 2005, he became a member of the Circus of Horrors. He also performed in a short movie in 2014, He Took His Skin Off For Me. Number 4. John Chang, Fire Magic. For anyone who doesn't know of the great martial artist with psychic power named John Chang, let us introduce him to you. He came to fame in the world in the late 1980s. This is the name of the mysterious acupuncture practitioner. Qi is the Chinese term for life energy or life spirit, a vital force that flows through all living things. And Chang, with his Qi energy, was able to cure many people and even radiate great quantities of heat through the palm of his hands, enough to set objects on fire. Number 3. Stephen Wiltshire, unbelievable visual memory. Autism seems to enable some people with it to engage parts of the brain not accessible to people without the condition. Stephen Wiltshire is an autistic savant architectural artist known for his ability to draw landscapes from memory after seeing it just once. He can recreate any landscape after looking at it for mere moments. When he was young, Stephen was diagnosed with savant syndrome, establishing itself in what we can call a visual memory genius. Number 2. Liu Thao Lin, Magnet Man. Several people in history were known for having strange magnetic abilities, but the most widely known is Liu Thao Lin. Liu Thao Lin of Malaysia could allegedly stick over 79 pounds of metal objects to his body without any type of adhesive. According to researchers at the Malaysian Institute of Technology, Lin's body did not contain any magnetic field due to the high level of friction in his skin, which in turn produced a super sticky suction effect to hold objects to his skin. Number 1. Michael Lotito, Eating Power. Michael Lotito was a French entertainer known as Monsieur Mange Tout, or Mr. Eats All. Throughout his career, he consumed all manner of non-consumable objects made of glass, rubber, and metal. But one of his most impressive feats was consuming an entire Cessna 150 airplane, which he ate in small bits over the course of 2 years. Alright, so there are a couple things going on here. First, he appeared to suffer from a condition known as pica, a disorder characterized by the appetite for non-consumable foods like dirt, rocks, and metal. But what makes him truly notable is the abnormally thick lining in his stomach and intestines that made it possible for him to eat sharp metal objects and consume toxic metal substances, which would have killed a lesser person. What superpower would you like to have? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.